Hello everyone, welcome to this chemistry channel. Today we will discuss about the reactions from letter D. So today we will discuss about the Deakin reaction, Deichmann condensation, Diels-Alder reaction. These are the three well-known reactions from the family of a D category. So let's start with the first reaction, that is called Deakin reaction, or also called as a Deakin oxidation reaction. Now in this reaction, it is a kind of a oxidations. So the requirement for these reactions are para or orthohydroxy carbonyl compound, either aldehyde or the ketones are required. That will be reacts with hydrogen peroxide in a base or in an alkali to form that diol. Benzene diol will be the product. So in that reactions, carbonyl group from that aromatic systems will be oxidized and hydrogen peroxide will be the reduced. So this reaction is named after Henry Deakin, and that's why this reaction is called as a Deakin reaction. So there are two examples for this reaction. One is orthohydroxybenzaldehyde as a product of a Trimer-Tiemann reaction, and para-hydroxybenzaldehydes are treated with hydrogen peroxide in a base that will be produces the orthodiol or also begins the paradiols. These are the two products which are expected from this two reactant, and byproduct of this reaction or the second product of this reaction is a formic acid. So that means here hydrogen peroxide will be undergo the reduction, while your reactant, that is carbonyl compound, that will be undergo the oxidation. So what is the mechanism of this reaction? This mechanism proceed via two steps. First step is what the base that will abstract the hydrogen from peroxide and formation of a negative or nucleophilic species, that is HOO negative ion. So that HOO negative ion that will be reacts with carbonyl compound as a 1,2 addition reaction, and formation of tetrahedral intermediate will be developed. So as the tetrahedral intermediate will be developed, so undergo the rearrangement, because it is a peroxy compound, undergo the rearrangement, so and that will be formed so another substrate. So that will be reacts with the OH negative ion as another nucleophile in this reaction. So here, so the rearrangement will be takes place and breaking of that intermediate will be leads to the product, and that product is called as what? Ortho or para. If you take this para hydroxy carbonyl compound, then your product will be like this one. Okay, so it is a quinol derivative will be formed, and here the formation of formic acid will be released. So there are two simple mechanism for this reaction, one for orthohydroxy and second is for what? Para hydroxy system. So here the quinol, or also called as benzene diol, and catechol, that is orthodiol, will be produced from these two reactions. Okay, so this is the what simpler mechanism and reaction scheme related to what your reaction, and that reaction is called as what? Deakin reaction. Okay, so this is the mechanism. This is a two-step mechanism. First step is what? Abstraction of proton, and secondly what? That negative charge species attack to carbonyl compounds, and in rearrangement will be takes place. Then breaking of what intermediate will leads to a two product. One is your acid and second is your diol. Okay, let's see the second reaction. That reaction is called as a Deichmann condensation reaction. So it is similar to that of a Claisen condensation reaction, because in Claisen condensation reaction we are utilizing two esters molecule that will be reacts with sodium methoxide or any base leads to what? Beta keto ester. This is the intermolecular reaction. Now in this case, in Deichmann there are two equivalent of what esters are there within the same molecule. So it is an organic reaction that will be used to convert a diester compounds to cyclic beta ketoester in the presence of what? Alkoxide ion. So here both the esters should be remain present in the same molecule and should have alpha hydrogen, and it is an example of what? Intramolecular condensation reaction. Let's see some example of this reaction. So this is a diester, and diesters when treated with this salt, one can call as alkoxide ion in the presence of what? Alcohol as a solvent, and acidic workup leads towards cyclic beta keto ester. We will see the mechanism of this one. So as you know that base will abstract the alpha hydrogen, and negative charge will be generated, undergo the what? Enolization. So that process called what? The resonance phenomena. So here is the enolization. You can redraw the molecule, and finally from oxygen negative charge when restored to it, so via the carbon it will attack to carbonyl carbon of that ester, and there is a formation of bond. Suppose I have number there 1 2 3 4 5 6, so two carbon, that is second carbon from that molecule, will attack to the sixth one, okay, and that will be formation of C2 C6 bond will be formed. So here 5 member ring will be formed now. And after the formation of 5 member ring, so now this is not your final product, but actually what happened here, so reaction is in basic medium, so again there is alpha hydrogen is present, so it will abstract, and here this intermediate which is mentioned in the table, which is mentioned in the box, that will be appeared. If we do this acidic workup to that molecule, then we get the stable product like this one. So now there will be no remaining base equivalents are there, it can abstract the proton. So your final product is what? Beta ketoester. Cyclic beta ketoester will be a form. We will see some reactions to that. Suppose I have a bulkier base, like example is LDA. You know that the lithium diisopropylamide is a stronger and bulkier type of base that will abstract the hydrogen from sterically less crowded side. So as you know that, so suppose I have just put up or I just put the one methyl group at alpha position up to the ester. What happened to that now? So there are two acidic hydrogens are still there. So if I mention the number, so at the second position and the 5 position, there are two acidic hydrogens are there, but your reagent is bulkier, so obviously it will abstract the hydrogen from 5 carbon, not from your second one, and that is actually called as a regioselective enolate formation. And if you have any regioselectivity, that means you will get the predominant product, that will you get the major and minor product, okay, and the reaction will be proceed toward that pathway. Okay, so say example we have what LDA, you know that LDA will first redraw that molecule. First LDA will abstract the proton from 5 carbon, and that will be attacked to what first. So likewise 5-1 bond formation will be takes place, and 5-1 means at the second position there are what methyl group is there, so that will be remain in the same position, and then attack to that carbonyl. So C1 and C5 bond will be formed, okay. So C1 and here is the C1 and C5, okay, so bond will be formed C5 C1, and cyclic product will be there, and that product is called as a beta keto ester. You should have the acidic workup finally, okay, should do the acidic workup, you will get this product. So in this way we can take this example for regioselectivity. Okay, we have what another example. Suppose I have this cyclic molecule where ester and carbonyl compounds are both present in the same molecule. Now sodium one can call as sodium methoxide will be act as a base, and that will be abstract the proton. So here base will abstract the proton, and formation of what bond, new CC bond will be developed in between that carbon 6 and or simply what bicyclic molecule be appear here. And now this molecule can't be undergo the enolization, because you know that for enolization there should be a stability of the double bond will be there. In this case, according to that Braid's rule, so the double bond cannot be exist on the what one can say at bridgehead position. So in this molecule, in a cyclic molecule, the enolizations can't be possible. So this is the second reaction. So that reaction is called as a Deichmann condensation. Let's see the third important reactions from the family of a D, that is called as what Diels-Alder reactions. So as we are aware about pericyclic reactions, so these are the reactions through the cyclic intermediate or cyclic transition state, one can call as a better to call as a transition state. So the reactions around the cycle, the reactions through around the cycle is called as a pericyclic reaction. Now in the Diels-Alder reaction is belong to the category of a cycloaddition reaction. So that reaction is also be called as a Diels-Alder cycloaddition reaction. Now you know that what is the cycloaddition reaction? Cycloaddition reactions are those reactions where two unsaturated partners, maybe they are inter, maybe they are intra, they are combined together, okay, and they form a cyclic product. So this reaction is called as a cycloaddition reaction. The requirement is what? Your substrate should be conjugated, right, your double bond. If we have suppose dimerization of ethylene is not the conjugated system, but still undergo the what cycloaddition reaction, okay. So this organic reaction which are used to convert diene and dienophile to cyclohexene or cyclic olefin under the presence of a thermal condition. Now we have a diene are nothing but it is a conjugated double bond, di and ene, okay. So let's take the example of a butadiene. So again there are two forms are there, one is called cisdiene and second is called the transdiene. You know that cycloaddition reactions are appeared on the termini of pi bond. So must be your end of this bond or the termini of the bond should be spatially oriented. That's why cis-wide type of dienes, that is cis-dienes, are readily participate than what the trans. That's why cis-wides are important substrate, important type of particularly for diacetyl reaction. What is the dienophile now? The second partner of this reaction is dienophile. You know the dienophile is nothing but your double bond and must be connected with electron withdrawing substance. Let's see the electron demand of this diacetyl reaction. Okay, so it is an example of a pericyclic reaction, the reaction through the cyclic transition state and leads to cyclic product. Now this is actual scheme where 4 pi means conjugated diene, it will be act as a 4 pi system, and olefin, simple olefin, that is act as a dienophile. So they undergo the reaction between under the thermal condition, and it will form 6-membered cyclic transition state, and finally it will leads to the product that is called the cyclic olefin or cyclohexene. Now the important thing is in this reaction is that your number of pi bond broken from reactant, that should be equivalent to the number of sigma bonds are produced in this reaction. Okay, that is sigma bonds that will be developed. Pi bond broken equal to sigma bond will be sigma bond will be formed. Now the electron demand in this reaction is what? Your diene should be electron rich, that's why it is attached with the electron donating substance, while the dienophile should be electron withdrawing, attached with the electron withdrawing substance, that means it is act as a LUMO. So this is the primary interaction in between this diene and dienophile, that is called HOMO and LUMO interaction. Okay, so what is the regioselectivity in the diacetyl reactions? You know that one substituted diene gives the 1,2 product is major, remember this one, and 2 substituted diene that will be goes to one can call as what 1,4 diene will be 1,4 product will be major now. So 1 substituted diene, 1,2 will be the major, 2 substitute diene, that will be 1,4 will be the major. So as mentioned in this reaction, this is actually called as what the regioselectivity in the Diels-Alder reaction. Very important type of concept in the Diels-Alder reaction. Okay, second principle is called as what the Alder-Endo rule. According to that Alder and Endo rule, so whenever we have cyclic diene are participated in the Diels-Alder reaction, it will be form a bicyclic product. It will be form a bicyclic product. So whenever we have cyclic diene, okay, remember this one, whenever we have cyclic dienes are participated, like example cyclopentadiene, like example is furan, these molecules are called as a cyclic dienes. When they are participated with the any dienophile, then there is a formation of bicyclic product. Now look at this chemistry of bicyclic system now. So where we get this molecule, and in that case for two possibilities are there. One is either the aldehyde at the endo side or at the exo side, up and down. So in that case, so why this endo product is major now? So this is well explained by what Alder and Endo, Alder-Endo rule. According to that Alder-Endo rule, this is explained by what Alder, that's why this rule is called as a Alder-Endo rule. According to this rule, so C4 and C3, look at this carbon number C4 and C3, there is a pi electrons are there, there is a double bond is there now, and that double bond will interact with, or they can participate with the carbonyl group or either electron withdrawing groups which is present at the endo side. So there is a secondary orbital interaction will be developed, and that will be leads to lower the energy, that will be form a more stable product, and that's why to raise the stability, the ender products are always more stable. So what is primary interaction in the Diels-Alder reaction? HOMO-LUMO, diene and dienophile. And secondly what? We have secondary orbital interaction like this one. So that's why you always remember, so endo product is major for this type of reaction. Okay, now the last point we will see some example regarding this one. So what is that cis principle? So like this one. So the reaction is always occurred at the termini of pi bond. So your termini should be spatially oriented. That's why trans type of diene cannot be participated in this reaction. Look at this. This is the possible reaction for trans diene. 2 plus 2 will be takes place. Okay, we required 4 plus 2, but in only 2 plus 2. Look at this second example which is explained here. So there is a no reaction will be takes place between these two substrate. Why? Because of your dienes are trans-wide. Your double bonds are not spatially oriented, so they cannot be interacted with your dienophile. Look at this one. So here the two methyl groups are in a trans position, particularly for this, but diene still is a schizoid. They will be participated and that will be form a schizoid, since principle will be the maintained. That is, whatever substituents are present on diene, they will be maintain the cis relationship. So look at this example now. Why this Diels-Alder reaction is called as a stereospecific reaction? Because of what? If we are participated or we are reacted with the cis type of dienophile, dienophile is there and trans dienophile is there, so they will be maintain the stereochemistry along with the cis principle. What is cis principle? The substituents which are present on the diene, they maintain the what? Cis relationship. That's why the two methyl groups are always in a cis position, while the substituents which are present on the uh, dienophile, they maintain their stereospecificity. That's why if in look at the first example, it is a cis product, cis dienophile is given, and second one is a trans. So cis becomes cis and trans becomes a trans. So that's why these reactions are called as a this reaction is called as what? Stereospecific reaction. Now here are the some examples are given. Salt of anthranylic acid, then 2-fluoro magnesium is there, or simple magnesium bromide. Instead of that Mg, you can also mention the fluorine or MgBr, and fluorobenzene. You know that all these are the substrates which are responsible to make the benzene, and you know that benzene is the molecule that will be act as a dienophile, so combines with your diene and that will form this product. And you know that selenium is the reagent that will be undergo the aromatizing reagent, and it will form the naphthalene. So in that reactions, what one can call as, you will get A as a benzene, and your product is mentioned B in the red color, that is called as a tetraline type of the molecule. Okay, and undergo the what reaction with any oxidizing agent. For example, we have what selenium, that will form the product, it's called the naphthalene. So these are the three important reactions from the family of one can call as a D category. So the first reaction is called as, the first reaction is a Deakin reaction, second is a Deichmann, and third is called as a Diels-Alder reaction. So there are many more reactions are there in the family of D also. So another example is what Darzon condensation reaction also be the well known reactions. Okay, so in this way, so we can discuss these reactions, we can learn these reactions by using the statement, by using reaction scheme, by using mechanism, and there's some examples. Okay, very important reactions regarding your syllabus point of view as well as your competitive exam point of view. So if you like this content, so must share, subscribe our channel for the latest update, and thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay connected. Thank you.